Alright. Alright, we on? Okay, cool. Hey, what's going on, guys? Jason Lore here with Jason Lore Photography and Films, and welcome back to another episode of the Weekend Walks. In fact, this is the first episode of Weekend Walks of 2021. Oh, sorry, 2022. Jesus. Yeah, it's felt like anything's changed, but anyways, first and foremost, Happy New Year's. Happy 2022 to everybody. Hope your year is going good so far, and thanks for joining me today. I am back out in Elk Grove Park. Not too bad of a day, a little bit of overcast, a little cloudy. But, I was around the area, was running a lot of errands today on my weekend, and, decided to take a little quick stroll over here. So far it doesn't feel that much different. Stayed up a little bit after the ball dropped on New Year's Eve, after another 16-hour shift, of course. But anyways, lots to look forward to for the new year. Like I said in my previous episode of the Weekend Walks, definitely more photography, more filming, and more writing. And also, one thing I forgot to mention too is podcasting, which is something I'd like to talk to you guys about today on this walk. Because, a lot of people that I met at work, I was telling them about, doing some podcasting. Because, a lot of people don't realize this, but they got some really, really great conversations, and also at the same time, it's the delivery. Some people, man, this guy at work, man, he goes by Cooper. Man, dude, he's just got that really charismatic and very smooth type of voice too. And you know what? He has a lot of more than just confidence, but a lot of enthusiasm that goes with what he likes to talk about. And you know what? That's why I told him, hey man, you gotta do some podcasting. And he was asking me, I was like, okay, how does podcasting work? And he has heard a bit about it. A lot of people that asked me about it has heard a bit about it, but they just wasn't sure how it works. But basically, for those of you who don't know what podcasting is basically a radio. Not radio station, but how they do radio shows about, talking about certain subjects and, certain topics or current events and what have you. And basically, you talk about what you want to talk about. For me, for example, I like to talk about filmmaking, screenwriting, and photography. And, on occasion, I'll throw in some other topics in there too, for instance, podcasting, or, what we're looking forward to for the year. And, it only requires, a microphone and, a recorder. But nowadays, for me, for example, I use my Blue Yeti microphone to connect to my computer and just start recording, and just like that, I slap it onto a video if I want to. Normally, I just, videotape myself, while I'm talking, and you got the microphone in front of me. And nowadays, that's the new way of doing podcasting is it's not just audio anymore like it used to be. I mean, you still have that option, and then you post it on either iTunes or Podcast Republic. I mean, there's just so many other platforms out there where you can post your podcast shows. But for me, it's through YouTube at the moment. Used to be Facebook, but I just upload on my YouTube and then just share it over to my Facebook page. But basically, I think I did a podcast show on this too about this topic. So basically, you're just videotaping yourself talking, and then you can just upload that onto your YouTube page. And it's they don't have to watch the videos. They can just play it in the background, and then just completely, one of y'all, sorry. yeah, and then they can just listen to it as it's playing. But at the same time, like, I know a lot of people have like given me some feedbacks about, you know, it was cool watching you talk because I liked your reaction to, you know, this movie that you were talking about, or, you know, this equipment that you were talking about. You seemed like you were really enthused, or no, sorry, not enthused. You seemed like you were really excited about, you know, the camera or the story or the movie. But it's like, you know, when they listen to just the audio, they kind of have to like try to figure out like, okay, is he really into this thing or movie or whatever he's talking about? You know, it's only until like they see like my facial expression where they realize, oh wow, he's really into this thing, or he's not into this thing. So it's like, that's how like I just got into podcasting that way instead of like just recording the audio. And so shoot, I could never like go back to just doing audio, and which is, you know, not a big loss for me. Like, for me, I get to use my camera equipment now, which, you know, with like high quality like photos like that, or no, not photos, like high quality videos like that, like you can actually get some good videos at the same time, along with like some good audio from like your microphone. And, you know, I've only been using my Blue Yeti microphone right now, but there's plenty of other microphones that you can find out there on Amazon or Best Buy or Target. And, you know, once you got like the right system to hook it up to, then you're pretty much golden. So it's not that hard. I think like the hardest thing for me about doing podcasts before is like, just what am I gonna be talking about? You know, it's like, and are people gonna be interested in the things that I talk about? That was always the hardest thing, because especially now, like just jumping on board when a lot of people are already like, you know, set sailed on podcasting. It's like, it was really hard to decide on what to talk about. But you know what? It's amazing though. Like, there's this app that I use on my phone called Podcast Republic. Basically, you can search up, like not all the podcasts are there. Like I said, there's iTunes and all these other apps that you can search up, you know, podcast shows. But in this one in particular, I was amazed that there's podcast shows on screenwriting, photography, filmmaking. I mean, just for the heck of it, I typed in like fishing and golfing, and there were shows for that too. And I was like, wow, they have something for everybody. So it's like, this is what I always tell people who are debating whether or not they should do podcasting, is that you'd be amazed on like how many people out there love the same thing that you love. It's just they're trying to find those people to connect to. You know, and so, you know, I think the thing that separates you from everybody else is your thoughts and your opinions on the topic. So it's like, for me, if I do, photography, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's millions of other podcasters out there who are talking about photography. But the thing is that, you know, it's my opinion and my thoughts on like, you know, photography, whether it be the equipment or the, the type of style that I do my photography. That's where I separate myself from everyone else. I mean, who knows? There's somebody out there that might share the same style as I do. But you know what? At least that's how you connect with people. It's like, oh, hey, you do that type of style too? Same here. That's really cool. And you know what? That's, again, like how you'd be amazed on how many people out there share the same interests as you and really want to hear what your thoughts are. And you know, a lot of that has to do with just putting, you know, yourself out there, or in this case, putting your words out there. So definitely, yeah, that's the power of like podcasting. And plus, another cool thing about podcasting too is like, it's a lot more easier than like like making films or just doing videos. If you want like super high quality or professional looking videos, like it's gonna take a long time to edit. But with podcasting, it's like even if you're doing a video podcasting, and then like you upload the audio separately to a podcast station or a platform, it's like it's not really that hard, because really when people are looking for podcasting, they're just looking to hear what you have to say, because again, it's like a radio station almost, but it's like broadcasted through either your YouTube account or another iPod. No, I'm sorry, not iPod. Was it a podcast station or not station? Sorry, podcast app, I guess you can say. And, that's really all they're looking for is what you have to say about it. Now, videos like that I do with, my equipments or how I write, that's where, I'm showing them more than I am like talking about it. So, that's one of the things I love about podcasting is like just how long it takes to make, the episodes. It's just mostly you're talking into a microphone, and you can either record yourself or not. But it's just a whole lot of fun. I mean, it is kind of like a radio talk show. Some people I've noticed gotten a little creative and started adding special effects in the background, or even adding like background music, which is not really necessary, but it does make it fun. That's the cool thing, is like you get really creative about it, and if you already have all the sound effects and the music that you want to put in there, then shoot, you're pretty much set to go with let's take a little break here. Yeah, you're already set to go with getting your podcast show going. But again, it's just finding the theme and the topics that you like to talk about. So another good example is when I used to do a podcast show with my friends in the Bay Area. We called ourselves the Lunch Break Crew. So yeah, every Wednesday we have our show going on like around like 11:45 a.m. right when it's lunchtime, and we were talking about like different topics like current events, food. I mean, it's just we tackle some pretty tough things too, and that's what made it unique, is like just people getting together and just talking about what they what's on their mind about this certain topic. So another thing that you can dive into too is like group podcasting. Doesn't always have to be just you, but you can have your friends, your family, or just people like like guest stars on your show, or guest stars, yeah, like guests on your show, and just talk about the topic. And a lot of people, if you go live, which I might consider doing a live podcasting one of these days, and like people can just put down in the comments and ask questions of like, hey, what are your thoughts, or hey, why do you think that way about this this topic, like photography or filmmaking. And so it gets pretty fun. I mean, don't get me wrong, like it could get ugly sometimes too, because some people might not be in agreement with what you're talking about or what your thoughts and opinions are. But you know what? It's like it's engaging with other people, and also just putting your thoughts out there on like what you talk about in your podcast show. And like I said, it's it's pretty much your own voice and your thoughts and opinions on the subject. So for me, it's like I love talking about films. I love talking about photography and script writing, podcasting, and I do enjoy long walks at the park. So so if anybody's interested in that, it's like they can always like hit me up on the comments, or just shoot me a message saying, hey, you want to go for a walk, or hey, you want to talk about some filmmaking, some photography, and some screenwriting. And it's it's great. I love it. And I love hearing other people's thoughts, whether they be good or bad, or, it's just, it lets you know that you are being heard. And I encourage a lot of people to do that, especially with the pandemic going on still. I mean, it's starting to get there where we're kind of going back to normal. I mean, like, we still got Omicron to deal with too, but, while we're inside, hey, let's talk stories. Let's talk, food, movies, TV. It's like, oh, hey, little guy. Sorry, just I take a little break. Yeah, they got it all here: ducks and geeses and squirrels. But anyways, what you call it? Okay, so back to podcasting. So yeah, all you just gotta do, get yourself a microphone, and if you want, you can use your webcam on your laptop or even on your phone. Like right now, I'm using my my Galaxy. Oh no, not a Galaxy. My LG Think 8, which is one of my older phones, and it still gets like good quality videos if the lighting's right. And I'm basically hooking up my my wireless mic, which is the Kamala wireless microphone, onto my phone. Then you got the the transmitter over here, just recording all the audio. So even that works as like a podcast, But you start with what you have, and then if you find that this is something that you love to do, then yeah, upgrade to a microphone that can do more that what you want, and just go from there. It's definitely something I highly recommend, and it's something that I totally would encourage people to do, because everybody has stories to tell, and whether it be about what I would like to talk about or what you like to talk about. It could be fishing, dancing, songs, music. It's just, there's a whole lot of things out there. So I would definitely encourage people to get on that. And you can find like a whole bunch of those equipment at an affordable price. And again, the most hardest thing is just what you're gonna talk about, and kind of stick with it, because sometimes you get so much into the topic that you kind of jump from one story to another, and now it's like, oh wait, shoot, we were talking about podcasting, now we just jumped into photography and filmmaking, and we did that a lot in the lunch break crew too, is that we tend to jump from different topics to another. But that's what makes it so engaging, is that everybody's like just so into the show or into the episode or into the topic that they brought back, like whoa, dang, yeah, that they start getting into into like other things that leads up to it. So, but anyways, ever since then, never stopped doing podcasts. I mean, kind of had to take a break from it for a little bit, but I'm looking to revive like one of my old podcast shows that I did on my own. It was a mixture of like movie reviews and also about photography, writing, and script writing and filmmaking. So I am really looking forward to doing that again, because it's definitely a blast, and it's definitely something that I miss doing, and just connecting with other people. So but until then, I just want to just stick with what I do best right now is more writing, photography, and filmmaking, because that's just something that's been with me for the longest time, and I can't think of anything else that would make me happier. Well, actually, I could think of them. I'll talk about it in my podcasting. Yeah. But yeah, so wow, I'm surprised. Like, Not that many people out here today. Oh, wait a second. That's right. It's Thursday, which is my Sunday. So, shoot. It's good to have the weekends off on the weekdays for this reason. You get all the parks to yourself. But, anyways, well, looks like this walk is coming to an end. So, well, hope you guys, again, are having a great new year so far. Hope you guys are, getting your goals done or started at least. I know it's still early, but, for me, I'm already getting on it with, more videos and more writings and more photography shoots coming up. That's another thing, too, that I might talk about next time is doing short videos. Well, by short, I mean like YouTube shorts. So I already did like 3 episodes. I mean, they're like literally 30 seconds or less of like just, like little hints and little, Easter eggs, as some people will call it, in a film. And it's really fun, and it's pretty easy to do. The more that's going to be on my channel as well. So I'm looking forward to that. So just a lot of new things to try out, and I'm really, really excited about that. But till then, we'll save that for another conversation for a walk. But looks like my trail is coming to an end. So thank you guys for joining me today. Hope to see you guys next week. Not sure where I'm going to be going next week, but definitely, hopefully it's just not going to be raining. But yeah, again, hope you guys are doing great. If you guys have any more questions on podcasting, you can leave them in the comments below. But until then, this is Jason Lohr with Jason Lohr Photography and Films, bringing you art, stories, and entertainment.